Blah, blah. I am the Count. 1, 2, 3. No, not that kind of Count. The Count of Transylvania. Yes, there can only be one Count from Transylvania, and that is Count Dracula. Yes, I want to talk about Count Dracula, one of the most popular fictional characters ever created by Bram Stoker. Bram Stoker's Dracula, like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And ever since the 30s and 40s with the Universal horror movies, they've been making movies about them. Here's a new animated movie called The Tomb of Dracula. And there's this television series of Dracula that was not that long ago, very recently. There's a recent movie coming out, or that's out, that I ordered on Amazon or eBay on Blu-ray. Here's one of my favorite Dracula movies. This is the one with Frank Langella from 1979. And Frank Langella, I saw him doing Dracula on Broadway. Excellent. Now, I never did get to see, for all intensive purposes, the Dracula, and that's Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi. The imitation is all, we're actually imitating Bela Lugosi. And even the look was because of Bela Lugosi. You know, Bela Lugosi played him on stage more than any other actor. I never got to see him because it was before my time, but he kept playing him on stage even after he did the movie. In 1931, he made the film, and a lot of people are under the impression that he made a lot of Dracula movies. Well, he didn't. He only made 2. The first one, Dracula, the one from the 30s. And then much later, in 1948, released in 1949, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. And those are the only 2 movies he actually played Count Dracula, because the character Dracula, the name, was owned by Universal. Universal Pictures, Universal International owned all those Universal monsters, Count Dracula, the Frankenstein monster, the Wolfman. So Bela was no longer at Universal, and he was making movies like for RKO and for like other studios that weren't mainstream studios, let's put it that way. His career kind of went downward because he had a bad drug problem. That was one of the reasons. But Bela played a lot of Dracula-type characters in other movies, but they couldn't use the name Dracula. Like in one movie, Return of the Vampire, they call him Count Mora. For all intents and purposes, he's Count Dracula. He's dressed, in the tuxedo, the cape. And he made other movies where he was a Dracula character, for all intents and purposes, Dracula, but they couldn't call him Dracula. Now, the interesting thing was Bela Lugosi, when he started playing him on stage, I don't know, did he play him on stage before he made the movie? He might have. I'm not sure. Maybe not. I'm not sure about that. But his look became the look for Dracula, because that's not what Dracula, in Bram Stoker's novel, that's not what Dracula looks like. If you ever see that movie, Nosferatu, a silent movie made in the 20s, 28 or whenever it was, I'm not sure. It was made in the 20s. It was a silent movie. It was called Nosferatu. And the guy in that, the actor, looks very creepy. He's got a bald head, pointed ears, no cape. He just looks really creepy. And that's what Dracula was really supposed to look like. Kind of like a Batman. Like he looked like a bat. Big ears. And when Bela got the part, well, that became Dracula. Bela made the character.